We've run out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
The last thing I was going to ask was question about wholesale. Also,
About what? We're not selling
the
anything.
people who like a triple stack.
Oh, 3-panel stacks.
It's not really a framing issue, but yeah, it's a big issue. I was saying
Well,
that
talk us through it.
the crap solar roundtable discussion at the SEC
We
Expo.
can still do that. It won't be out then.
No, it's a serious issue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, it's not just wholesalers. Like, there's retailers and stores that
I don't know
definitely
where
doing it.
you.
No.
Can you give some
You
context?
asked Ivan.
Context first.
It's not going to be for the filming, okay? So,
Okay.
solar panel manufacturers
Well,
on the pallets.
Definitely keep this.
Definitely
They
keeping
say
it.
2-panel stack high, yeah.
They'll
Most
sell
of
in the
them,
pallet.
majority.
Generally, it's 2, some are 3, okay?
Mm.
What we're finding in the industry, like there's retailers and stores, wholesalers, transport companies in their depots stacking them 3 or 4 high, okay? And obviously you got there's the issues of those bottom panels that are going to be stuffed, potential micro cracks people will never see, and then this liability potentially backs on the manufacturer as well, like in terms of
course.
paying out for a warranty claim. So
You wouldn't have known how they've been stored.
who's going to know?
Could you put like a little pressure sensor sticker on the top of the panels
After-
boxes or
before it
something?
gets
so
sealed.
that it,
like a
crashes?
die that
Like a
goes
die,
around,
yes.
like you're robbing a bank.
Yeah, it's like the die, like the ink
die, and they
die,
put it
just
in the
like
stacks of cash, and then it explodes.
purple
and
ink.
you open it.
explodes out on the person in the
And on the
forklift,
top of the
right?
pallet, if it's like
Yeah.
takes more weight than it's needed, it just.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's a bit tough. But yeah, the issue, that's
I'll work on it.
That's the
That's
issue.
it.
When
That's it.
we got similar in the racking. So
You need something.
you remember our tile brackets, the IO ones? They're heavy. They're really heavy. And we used to do five carton stack on
Yeah.
the pallet, and the bottom cartons used to just crumble.
Crush,
It
yeah.
used to crush, and no one likes like a crush box. Like, I mean,
well, no. But
So,
anyway, what we
Yeah.
did, we took 1 day off.
yeah.
Now it's only I think 5 days. So the weight dropped massively. We improved the pallet quality as
Do you know
well.
you've stacked
And now you
before
can double stack it. Now you can double stack IO1s, and the bottom carton level is still fine. And we're gonna do that pretty much. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we're gonna do that for all the components.
so how does that
packaging
help
improved,
with panels?
Oh, I'm just telling you what's happening.
Drawing.
The racking world, maybe the
It
panel
was
guys
being
should-
relative. The story.
No, because one of these things may or may not have been at one of your warehouses with panels that have.
Oh, we use 3PL. So
Yeah, I know. I'm saying like may or may not
You
have
said that pretty
been
quickly.
quadruple stacked, like at one of the warehouses.
Is
With,
that? It sounds like an accusation.
yeah,
Costa.
it's
What's
not an
going on?
accusation. I
Throwing-
saw it with my own
throwing
eyes.
stones, mate.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, education is very important in these aspects. That
Especially
was a long
wholesale,
time ago.
you don't really see much education about, box movers. You're just not just a box mover.
We're not just a box mover. There are box movers out there, but no, it's an issue because ultimately the manufacturer and like the consumer is going to potentially get let down for inappropriate handling, and like that's why costs of these systems are what they are. That's why the cost of the product is what it costs. Warehousing costs across the board. Like you've got to allow for that. You
Probably
can't.
more rife now.
You can't cut
amount
corners.
Of amount of panels in the country now.
So who's going to get? Okay, let's say that it occurs. The
Mhm.
panels get sold. They get installed.
Yeah.
They start to fail sooner
Yeah,
than
so
they should.
yeah, within the warranty period, exactly. That's going to come back on the manufacturer.
Okay, so it doesn't come on. It comes back on the panel manufacturer.
Well, the installer's going to have a liability to fix it. Like, let's take the 10-year ASR
The assumption
workmanship.
would be the installers walked on the panels or something.
Okay, so does
Yeah.
this
How are you
happen?
gonna prove
I
it?
mean, look, the industry's 15 years old at least now, right? So,
Yeah, but
and this has probably been
micro
happening for a long
cracks,
time. So,
to be honest, I
are
think
we
it's
starting
happened a
to
lot the last 24 months. Like, I started in 2012, Jack, even earlier. You don't really see these sort of problems. Like, I guess maybe the volume in the market's increased so dramatically since like 10 years ago that there's more and more players into the market. There's
No one was using that equipment that they have now to detect the temperatures and the hot spots in the cells.
Well,
Back
that's
then,
true. So I guess
09.
you're not even checking for that sort of stuff. But now you've got the equipment to do it. But
Especially to get the insurance. If you go into insurance, you have to supply that.
who's paying out on it? That's the thing. Like a panel manufacturer, unfortunately, like might have to pay out on
They
something
copy,
they're not
manufacturer
they've had no influence on.
well, then that comes back on the cost of the panel itself, and so
Yeah,
the
but you
market pays in the end, right?
Like,
So I
yeah,
guess this
but-
comes down to the panel. Who are they using as a 3PL? Because we
Well, it's not just
train
three.
our-
not just 3PL.
It's not just 3PL. There's
Okay.
people's mains warehouses, like installers'
I
mains
think
warehousing.
this comes down to the panel guys. I mean, like we train all up. If you use a 3PL, our
Yeah,
warehouse
they
guys-
need to, but they're not aware of it. That's the thing. Like, I've highlighted some module manufacturers. I've sent photos of warehouses of their stock in here. Said your panel can be stacked too high. This is 4. This is 3. And they've spoken to the parties and they're saying they're rectifying the issues. Ultimately, that's what you want. Like, it's education, what cutters is all about. Like
Training,
getting
yeah.
better. But unfortunately, there's some serial offenders that have been doing it for a long time. So I guess it's
Why do they do it though?
well, it's not like
Is it the warehouse space or?
that's one argument, but the photos you sort of see, the warehouses are huge what they're doing it in. So why do it? That's the thing. It makes no sense.
That's why I don't know.
It's addictive. You do it once and you just can't stop. Probably.
Maybe it's a competition.
Is it because there's like a panel, like too much panels in the market?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
there
it
is,
be-
but like,
wouldn't it be harder if it's the higher it's stacked?
well, not all
harder
the
it
forks
is
go
to
that
get-
high. Like,
I don't know,
yeah.
a big, I don't know, crane for, I don't know, like how.
No, it's the thing. Like some standard fork won't necessarily go that high. But then
So like,
Is there like anything on the box to say?
Yeah, that's
very
the thing.
clear.
that's where it
Very
comes
clear.
from. Is there's a
There's
handling.
a picture of two
box.
stick men
There's a
holding,
handling
holding
box.
the thing. It says 2 on there with the panels.
There's
like,
a handling box on the box.
Yeah.
that
Is it
says
clear?
You can't handle the box like
It's
this high.
it's 100% clear.
Not
Yes.
even in a language.
Well, it's
If this makes it to the video, I'll put a
Hold on,
a photo
how is,
overlay.
two, how is two stickmen holding?
it's like reading a
panel?
parking sign. It sort of doesn't make sense at first, but then you're like, actually, okay, this is pretty clear. No, it's got like the 2 boxes. There's 1, 2,
It doesn't
3,
say.
And a cross or something.
and a cross or
Ah.
something. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's pretty clear, depending on
Yeah.
some clearer than others.
I think those exploding ink things is
Yeah,
definitely
yes,
really,
I like
Who's
how we
gonna-
circle back to that. That's a really like you're like a
market
weight
for
pressure
us.
sensor.
Yeah.
Then this big like green ooze comes down and
Yeah.
it just spells out warranty. Like
well, no, if it covers the box,
Then
then
you can't
by the
sell
time you go and sell it to somebody,
They'll
the
have panel
box is,
shortages.
you know,
yeah, the box is
ink
gone by
things.
then. Though.
Yeah,
But they can
I
put it in another
suppose,
box.
change the box. Yeah.
But what's going to happen? Like, well,
Mm.
yeah, it's good. It's a great idea.
You can't do anything
Yeah.
about the serial numbers either.
Well, not all
There's nothing-
wholesalers and installers keep the serial numbers. So a manufacturer will know they import X amount of modules. These serials go to these wholesalers, partners, whatever. But
Because
from
not everyone's buying full pallets. Someone's buying split pallets. too,
Correct.
aren't they?
But generally, as a rule of thumb, wholesalers don't record the serial numbers of them going out. So the wholesaler, like,
Yeah.
unless you specifically record them if the customer requests it, you don't know if those panels are going there, those panels are going there, yeah?
But it's just that detachment from say it's installed, 2 months later,
Yeah.
and they don't notice a problem until 6 years.
Well, and
and
that's
they
the
go
thing,
out
exactly.
with the,
So these
infrared,
problems we're seeing now, like
the
they've been
camera.
on social media and crap.
Photo
So
camera.
there's been a few posts that I've done, like it's
Yeah,
a
you're
bugbear
big
of
vocal on
mine.
it.
Yeah, like it's a big issue because people are trying to do the right thing, and this is not the right thing, and it's black and white. It's obvious. Like, why do it? Why cut corners?
Yeah.
Other than trying to deceive people.
But I don't understand why they're stacking them that high
Yeah.
if they have
It's probably
the
save
room.
cost or something. They probably invested in a 3-stacker forklift. They want to get some returns out of it.
Anytime that I've may or may not have seen it, it's always been space issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's generally
One
the
you
case.
posted was it was heaps of. Remember that one?
That was one warehouse took a photo of that was, I guess, after the same photo 12 months ago, the same issue. Yeah.
I still think it comes down to the panel guys. They need to just audit the 3PLs, go out there.
Yeah.
And just,
But it's
every 6
installers
months.
as well. Like, I've been to an installer. He's
Yeah.
got something 3 or 4 height.
But see, then they're liable, right? If 6 months time, there's
Well, that's the thing. The manufacturer potentially is
Yeah,
liable.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, because how do you tell?
How do you prove it?
You tell them still hasn't.
You need one of these exploding ink things.
What do you
Right.
call it?
Keep,
Yeah.
keep circling that. It's the only answer.
They've got the
cuttlefish.
CC, got the CC and dry, got the exploding
Like
ink. They've got
a
few-
cuttlefish, but cuttlefish.
Oh, the cuttlefish. Yeah.
Cuttlefish.
Cut.
Cuttlefish. Cutter squid. Cutter ink. I don't know.
Cutter ink.
Cover ink,
Cut ink. Ink cut.
cutting.
Exploding.
We'll workshop it over a number of months.
Yeah.
We'll take 6 months off and we'll do a stakeholders group.
That's where the money is anyway. kind of
Stakeholders
thing.
group. We'll get everyone in. We'll go nowhere.
I think that's a wrap.
I think that's a wrap.
We're rapping.
Yeah.
Cool.